Welcome to the real show. Here we are. It's another Tuesday morning. Who all's here? Bum crack picker, fishing and picking, bearded picker, lag, and Mr. Sadie. Pretty sad when Scott beat you. Yep. And get things situated here. I'll put a link in the side chat because I have no co-host. Sally's usually comes in late. But Tom went to go get his second eye cataract surgery done today, or he's going. I don't know if he's left yet. He was complaining about having a headache because they fixed one of his eyes. I forget which one. And so his bad eye and his good eye were then trying to compensate, and it was giving him a headache, whacking him out. Oh, hi, Hank. Did I get that in there? I guess not. I'm on the ball this morning. Okay, there you go. Somebody come in and co-host, because you know how boring I am without a co-host. I'm pretty boring with a co-host. Ugh. So how's everybody doing? Who's going to be first today? Bumcrack was, I guess. Alert in fishing with the bait caster photo. Yeah. Y'all sell old reels? This is a Pen 78. Bait caster reels are a little bit like an old computer. You can still use it, but there's easier stuff to use now. Unless you're just going to troll or something. This one's kind of dirty. It's still got its original box.
Speaking of trolls, here I am.
Trolling.
Man, I don't know what's gotten into me. I only had 15 listens on eBay. Now I got 28 this morning.
Uh-oh. Been busy. Look at that. The original tube of grease. And the instruction manual.
Yeah, so Sunday I woke up and decided, you know what? I don't feel like working outside. But you couldn't even walk in the inside office. And so I spent 7 hours in here listening and cleaning up.
Yeah, I got to get a lot of stuff cleaned up. I've been working at it. But then I go do an auction pickup and I just cram more stuff in again.
You want to see one of my cool pickups? Well,
Hi,
there are some people who won't think these are too cool, but I was at a yard sale and these are, I think I paid $3 for them. I got to look them up, see if they're men's or women's, but they are, you know, you're from Texas. You should know what boots are. I mean, I asked Harlan, I'm like, aren't Nakona boots? Isn't that a big name in boots?
Yeah, made right.
I'm like, I know I've heard them.
El Paso, Texas.
Harlan's like, damn if I know. And so I got home and looked these things up. because I was just going to take them to the auction because they, $30, $40 that come at the auction.
Oh
Do you
no.
realize how expensive Nakona boots are?
Yeah.
Somebody got $299 for a pair of these,
Yeah,
and they
boots.
barely been worn. I mean, they don't have any one little mark there,
Of course, not all boots are created equal, but the big name brands like Nakona used to make baseball mitts too, and those are kind of sought after. They're kind of almost collectible now.
but so I'm using my
Baseball,
package here. I'm using my
baseball
package
gloves.
materials to make better pictures. Time to shove them in the boots to make the boots.
You always roll up a chunk of cardboard and stick it in there, make them
Yeah,
stand up. I sell a lot of boots. That's one of the things I always look for at estate sales and garage sales.
right.
Easy to ship. They don't break when you ship them. They don't weigh a ton.
Yeah, there's my packing. So I think I might shove one more in there. Mr. Say that's the only problem. That probably hurts the value a little bit. They're a size 7.
Oh, yeah, it hurts it a lot. I mean, it probably doesn't hurt the value, but it's going to be a lot longer tail than a size 11.
But currently, right now, there are none listed, and there's only been 2 listed in the last 90 days. Those 2 sold, but they were more desirable. They were a 10 and 11.
Yeah. I mean, I would ask a little bit less than those guys got for theirs, but not a whole lot because
So
they're
they're all over the place. So one person got 129.99, and then the other person took a best offer at 299. Did that
yeah.
work? Ta-da!
Yep. God, those are like 14 inches tall. I don't like wearing boots that tall.
I don't know. Let's measure them. I don't know how tall they are.
Yep. Good old Justin boots are good sellers. Lucchese even better.
Yeah, they're 12 and a half inches tall. Yeah, I was almost done with that yard sale. It's amazing when you at yard sales and even auctions too. Your eye is so trained for look at what you like or what you sell
Hmm.
that I'm just standing around. Harlan's up there looking at stuff, and I'm like, "Damn, we got to get to the next yard sale." And I just happened to look down the sidewalk. This lady had put a bunch of shoes on the sidewalk. I already looked at them once. At the very end were these freaking boots.
What'd you give for them?
It's either $2 or $3. It wasn't much.
Oh, wow. I should only have to give at least $5, but even at $5, they're still good money.
Yes, I'm gonna get them listed after the show.
Now there are some cheap off brands of boots, but
Yeah, evidently there's another style of Alabama Nakona boots, but that style is the vintage older style. Yeah, they're baby. It's all right though for $3 or whatever I paid for them. There was no way I was gonna leave them.
oh yeah. Hi Beth and
It's
Nissa, how are you?
And this, I don't have any idea if it's a men's 7, what women's size that is.
That's usually the conversion. I
Is it two
remember
size?
outfitting kids with band marching shoes every year, and on the bottom of every shoe was written size 7, size 9, because,
Right.
or it would say W9, M7, because, of course, they only made band shoes in two
But you said,
varieties, uncomfortable and
yeah.
really uncomfortable.
Yes, I ended up going. This room used to have right there where that thing is. There was 14 or 15 of them plastic tubs just full of just inventory. So I actually went through every one of those and ended up listing 9 full tubs on Amazon, and I've got 8 stuff to go on eBay, and I had 4 to go to the auction. So, and it's amazing that the Amazon listing, that stuff's been sitting in here for who knows how long, and I think it ended up being worth like $4,500 on Amazon. I'm like, I'm an idiot,
No, I mean, God.
and I've already sold like 30 items out of that stack.
So fulfilled by
Yeah, from Philmont Merchant.
merchant?
Yeah, hey, I've got 12 more to ship today. So
Sweet.
there's one of them that these little soft claws for cats. I don't know what the hell, some kind of. I bought them for 50 cents each, and I had 13 of them. I've already sold 4 of them at $15. Let's see, we sold some hair dye. We sold a Monster Jam truck. Something I picked up at a yard sale that nobody was on. I sold a Tide Beanie Baby. I saw a manscaper, so somebody's going to get a nose hair trimmer.
Somebody still buys Beanie Babies? Oh my gosh.
All right, so how many people are in here? I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. Every time anybody ever mentioned them whenever I was live on my channel, I always went right along with them. I told them, man, Thai Beanie Babies suck. What are y'all doing? There was a set in in Rite Aid, the Chipmunks, Alvin, Theodore, and Simon. I sold 800 of Alvin alone. I was picking them up for like 325 after the 20% discount, and I was getting anywhere from 28 to 45, depending on how many people were on the listing.
Wow.
I've sold thousands of Beanie Babies, the little Beanie Baby bedroom slippers. When Rite Aid would put them on clearance at 90% off, you know, I would pick them up for 99 cents, and I would just go to every store I could get to while they still had them after Christmas, and I I did that for 4 years in a row, and I sold several thousand each year. So every time somebody said Thai Beanie Babies, I'm like, man, y'all, what the hell? Y'all can't sell a damn Beanie Babies. Yeah, the one I sold, it was a little dog, a pink dog with different color ears. I got $17.50 for him.
Good grief.
So just because something
Well,
is
you
not
go
sold,
to a garage sale and be a big old tote full of those sitting on the ground and nobody picks them up and buys them, and I don't want them.
so most of them are not. So the ones that actually have some value are they're 4 or 5 years old now. They're called Beanie Boos. They're the ones with the big eyes. They're not the regular ones. They're the ones either. There are some different character ones, like if it's a character like a Simon, there was um, the they made a whole series of them from like Frozen, like the reindeer and Olaf and all them. Those are all decent money. And the ones with the big eyes, the boos are the ones. Mr. Sadie, Alvin, them stupid things got me going into a lot of Rite Aids for sure. early on in 15 and 16. You know, I went to Rite Aids in every state except for I've never been to Oregon and Washington State and Idaho. Those are the three states that had Rite Aids that I've not been to. You know, I figured 2,500 Rite Aids is what I've been to over, and I checked every Beanie Baby in every store to see what they had.
$2,500 Rite Aids.
There were some different animals. There was a cow at one time. Only place I ever found them was I found them in Baltimore, and that cow was worth $80 a piece. One store had 5 of them. I never saw another one, and it was in the hood. It was probably a mile from where they burned that CVS those few years ago.
Yeah.
Um, there were people all hanging out on the street corners. You know, dare say I was one of the few white people in that part of Baltimore. I mean, it was in the morning, and man, I put the gun in my pocket, went inside, and just loaded up. I mean, a whole basket full of these things. So many that the manager came over and talked to me, and you know, you meet the nicest people, and you know, there are nice people everywhere. These folks are just in a bad area. You know, they just happen to live there. But the manager was so cool. Was very interested in, you know, what I did with this stuff and, you know, where I've been. And so I talked to him for quite a bit of time. Just you meet good people everywhere. But I distinctly remember that store just because that guy was just so outstanding.
Yeah. I remember we went to a barbecue, just kind of a greasy spoon dive in the downtown San Antonio. And when we parked outside, I was driving an old AMC Matador back then.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember that.
me and my friend, we got out to go eat some of this greasy barbecue. It was good. But we got out, we were getting out of the car, and this guy walks up behind me and scared me to death. But he said, "Hey, you 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 give me $3 and I'll watch your car for you." I was like, "Dang, what kind of neighborhood are we in that people want to watch your car for you?" I was like, "No, it's just an AMC Matador. If somebody breaks in it, it probably total the car, and then I'll just get a different car."
Yeah,
But
I had one of those. Those are the ones that had like the headlights had a square and the hood even went out farther or something.
yeah,
They were an ugly car.
that was just a big chunk of metal with 4 wheels on it and a motor about big enough to run a Yugo. It took it would take about 20, 30, 40 seconds to get it up to 60 miles per hour.
But it's crazy, you know what sells. What else about? I saw some more butt pads. I shipped those yesterday. uh,
You weren't here yesterday, but I listed some bench vices
right.
and listed them yesterday, and I sold one. Ugh. It's a Craftsman bench vise.
Yeah, I was at the
Look at
taking
this
stuff to
trick.
auction yesterday morning.
This is a trick that Scott and Dusty taught me one time on a live show. They said, "Do you know about the 9x6x3 box that goes inside a bubble mailer?"
Oh yeah, you got to
So
round the corners off, but it'll slide right in there.
this this vise weighs like 15 pounds. So if you just did regular priority mail, it would cost a whole lot more than this flat rate package.
Yeah, if you stuck that on pirate ship, it wouldn't be terrible because you'd get cubic shipping. But that is definitely the cheapest way. That is.
y'all taught me that before I even knew about pirate ship. I didn't even know that guy. That's like, how long ago? 5, 6 years ago, y'all were showing me that. You've been doing YouTube a long time. How many years you been doing YouTube?
I think I started the channel in 2015.
15.
So I didn't film any this weekend. So Friday morning, I went outside. I had to empty the van to get ready. It was like 6:15. Harlan was showing up at 6:30, and I was just drenched and covered in sweat. I'm like, there's no way I can put this camera strapped on. You know how much boob sweat I would have?
You got that? Yeah, I mow the yard, and it looks like I have a dark bra on under my shirt because it's sweat right underneath my moobs, my man boobs. Hey, Carol,
Yes.
do you know about moobs, Carol?
Yeah, the humidity was just unrelenting Friday and Saturday. It's gone now. I mean, we're pretty comfortable now. It's with high 80s, but humidity's in the 50s instead of the 90s.
We had a little sprinkle last night. That was the first precipitation we've had in like a month. I mean, it's dry here. Oh, you won't believe this. I'll show you how dry it was.
We got rain the last couple of days, and I think there's a threat all week.
There's no reason for deer to leave the field and come into town. But look at that.
Are they looking for water?
This was yesterday. They were in town looking for water. So I started following them a little bit. There was 4 deer. I'll turn the corner up here. And
today's our least chance of rain at 20. Every other day is 30, and it was 40 or 50 the next 7 days of rain.
Sorry, my camera's so bad. My windows on my car are so dirty. So here we go around the corner.
I don't know if anybody follows. Well, I know one person in here that follows me on Instagram because she terrorizes me. So I was putting some boxes in the trailer because I use it for storage of just boxes that I'm gonna reuse, and there were 4 of those on right beside the van because I live right up against the woods. Little baby armadillos.
Mm-hmm. They're cute as hell. So there was a.
Yeah, I think in that one you can see all 4 of them. There's one. I think is that the one you can see all 4. No, that one's the one you can see all 4. I mean, I was just standing there at the front of the van, and they didn't no more care if I was standing there or not. They were just sniffing around, looking. I guess they eat insects or.
Yeah, they will dig big holes in your yard.
They went back down into the creek, so the woods I live in, they just went back to wherever they were going. So that's this. In the last couple of weeks, I've seen those 4. I've seen that. Did I show you the picture of the baby raccoon?
I don't think so.
There was a snake in the driveway. He was in the driveway.
Yeah, you showed the snake.
The snake. A couple of days before we came home from the yard sale, the Harlan was like, "What is making all that noise?" I'm like, "What noise?" So I have a tree that has a big hole in it. There's a little bitty baby in there crying for his mama. That was when Joni was gone, and she was so mad. She's like, "I would have named him and made him a pet." I'm like, "You'd have got the hell bit trying to put a hand in there."
Had to take her down for rabies shots.
But all you can see is I took the picture. But the tree the hole in there is so big that he actually went to the side. You couldn't see him anymore. That's right before he moved, and you couldn't see him. That snake was only 12 inches long. He was full grown. He was a nocturnal snake and ate insects. So I found him under a bucket. The long guy, the long guy's like, "You got a snake in your driveway. You want to do something with it?" I'm like, he hit one of the buckets with a lawnmower, and I guess he was trying to cover up, waiting for night. He got too far in, so I put him back in the grass. I didn't kill him. And then there was a skunk. I didn't get a picture of it, but somebody posted in our Facebook group. There was a skunk walking through the yards on like 10 houses down.
Yeah, we got skunks all the time.
That's the wildlife store. Don't be a heat wimp, Southern boy. Hey, I didn't say I was a wimp. I just said I didn't put the camera on because it was sweating too much. We went to yard sales till noon both days.
Sally says she's stuck on the toilet. Well, there you go.
All right, you can come back on the screen. They're tired of looking at me.
Oh, sorry.
I did all this cleaning up and I can't find the camera that goes to this computer, so I'm using the computer camera.
Now, why would that be, Sally? That's crazy. You're not thinking right, girl.
As long as you're off the toilet.
It's a great show with Todd and Scott. No.
No, you definitely add a. People get tired of listening to two old men just talk about just nothing.
That's right.
Because when we talk about sweating, you can remind us that you live in Upper Michigan, and it's probably 70 today.
I bet it's cooler than that. We cooled up. We're cooling off to like we're gonna have 93 for a high, which is about 7 or 8 degrees cooler than it has been. I'm gonna refill my coffee.
The upside down plopper, Lord have mercy. That's way too much information. But it's amazing if you go through your death piles or inventory that's just sitting around. The scary thing is I moved like 80 of those tubs to the storage building. So my goal is to 10 eBay items a day. So from all the bins back there, 10 a day. I'm gonna do them first because if I don't do eBay first, I'll never get it done. And so that's why I wanted to clean up this office with the picture area very easy. So I can just walk in here and take the pictures of 10 items and get it done. So this is the first day of it, and first day is a win. But if you've got it didn't take, what's it take, 15, 20 minutes? It didn't take very long. I need to remind myself how easy, if you're prepared, how easy it is to list something. The only thing I changed is this is my old phone, and I don't like the way all the pictures get clogged up on my phone, listed on my phone. So I'm using my old phone on Wi-Fi, so all the pictures get stuck on it. That way I can find the raccoon if I need to. Diane says 62 in New York. Yeah, what did I buy? I bought, so the local auction, I've been selling a lot of printers and bigger things lately, and so I search every week for printers, and they had a printer, and it was a Brother laser, and I put a $20 bid on it, and I got outbid, and I'm like, well, damn. And I looked at the picture again. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a color laser printer. That changes everything. That crazy printer's worth 400 used. I'm like, so I ended up, they made me pay $40 for it. So I got a printer I got to deal with this morning. I don't have a death pile. It's a savings account. So make sure you really look at the pictures if you're going to do an online auction, because I forgot to look at it, but it had that little symbol on the bottom that showed a little color symbol, all the colors. I'm like, I zoomed in. I'm like, oh wait a minute, that's a freaking color laser. It had a PC with it, and it had a monitor with it. So I left the PC and monitor up there yesterday and listed them for sale in the next auction because I didn't want those. What are you doing? Can you not wake your mom up?
62 in New York. Diane, do you live close to Bridget? She lives up there.
So speaking of New York, so was it last week? I met a New Yorker last week in person for the first time. So I don't know how many people watched Tamara, Yellow Brick Road Reselling. Her and her husband do like Jeep stuff and Jeep trails for badges, and they were doing one in Alabama. So they were here Father's Day, and so we were supposed to go out to eat. Try getting a reservation on Father's Day 2 days before, you ain't getting it. So Johnny cooked steaks, and so we had another lady across from here in town that she knows too. That was very nice to meet them in person. And Johnny cooked steak, so that was good.
Da, 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 da. There's Sally.
You tell everybody you're almost 2. You're almost 2 years old. You don't care.
Does Phoebe still bark at the dog over the fence?
Oh my gosh! So the whole time Tamara and Laura and their husbands were here, barked at them, growled at them. I had to hold her the entire time. Every time I put her down, she would start growling and carrying on. Phoebe's terrible.
Yes, but thank you for your concern. Well, I wasn't on there for like so long. It was just that I was in here listing and taking pictures and stuff, and then I had to go, and then I got in there, and I was like, it should be almost time for the show. Why hasn't my watch went off yet? Because I have an alarm on my watch, on my Fitbit, and I'm like, oh, my watch isn't on.
It probably went off.
Crap. So yeah, it's charging right now. It's like crap.
So, do you have a number of items you try to list every day, or just?
I try to do 5. I had to try to put 5 up a day. It's sometimes hard, especially when I'm working at the store and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like this last weekend and this weekend, I have 10-hour shifts, and so those wear me out pretty good. And so it's a little bit hard. It's a little bit hard.
So I want to do a minimum of 5. I'm trying to do 10, and I was talking to, of all people, I was talking to my accountant. He's a good guy, and he's like, the one thing I know is if it's a thing that you're going to put off and it's not high on your priority list, but you need to get it done. He said, if you do it first thing in the day, he said, and so I'm like, I could come in here when I wake up and do 5.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm trying. Starting to. It started today.
My plan is always to on the days that I'm off to list 10, so
Right.
that I can have some in the drop bank, and then I can just put them up whenever I don't have time to list or whatever, or I don't feel like it. I can always just put them up. Well, it never freaking happens like that.
Sally and Valerie are big believers in putting up listings every day, even if you have to save some until the next day, so that.
No, I 100% think that's it. eBay, how many conversations of me, Dusty, and Eric had through the years, they reward activity, constant activity. You're rewarded in search. They 100% believe that without a doubt.
Yeah. I mean, I've actually proved it myself with my numbers. And like in April, I started, really trying to do that. I don't do every day. It's hard, but like I try to, but sometimes I don't get it. And like sometimes there's just too much and I'm avoiding the situation and all that, stuff. And I'm just a rebel in that way. Uh, but since April, I've been trying. And my numbers used to be around 1.5 to 2,000 every 90 days. It was really low numbers. Now, this is my 90 day.
Oh wow.
So I proved it myself how much I'm selling. I mean, and like yesterday I didn't sell anything, but I usually have one day a week where I don't freaking sell anything and it drives me nuts. But it's something to do with the way that I'm listing or something. And but then tomorrow I'll have $150 day. It's weird like that. So
So
I
I hadn't considered
definitely,
doing. I hadn't considered drafts, but that's probably a good idea because I know Friday and Saturday are going to be harder for me because I already get up at 5 o'clock to leave here at 6:15, 6:20. If I'm trying to do it first thing in the morning, it'd be much easier just to come over here and walk in here and start 5 drafts than to try to do
yeah,
because there's no way I'll get up at 4:30. It's hard enough to get up at 5 o'clock.
yeah.
Mhm.
I,
That's a good thought. Maybe I do enough to cover those 2 days. Those are my two problem days, just because, and maybe
mhm,
Mondays because Monday I have to be at the auction at 7.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah, it
saying,
it definitely has proved itself to me, and Valerie's numbers are crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I believe over the weekend, she did 39, and used to, she used to be 15, maybe 20,
right?
just just a few months ago or whatever. I mean, not even a few months ago. It's probably been at least 6 months ago, but I mean, it's definitely proved itself, and of course we're in clothing too, and so it's there's a lot of clothing out there, and you have to have good stuff or have the right price for people to see your stuff.
Yeah, I have
And
a lot of I have a lot of toys and electronics. So
yeah, and so volume is our game, and taking offers and
except
sending
for boots,
offers.
have some boots.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
And
we bought a few clothing. So the auction has been very interesting. I bought what did I buy? I bought Vineyard Vines. This lady had all her kids' clothes, and there were two Vineyard Vines button-down shirts. One of them had tags, and the other one didn't. They were $2 each. And so that's my experiment at the auction this week. I put two large and two small. I think the two Vineyard Vines, and then there are two Southern Marsh, which is another big name down here. And so I'll see how the auction does. It's been doing really well with shoes. I had 3 pairs of Vans shoes at the auction this week, and they sold for uh, 19, 24, and 26 or something like that. They did a little over $60 for 3 pairs of shoes.
good.
So the auction is for somebody who hasn't bought clothes since I first started in 13. I started with clothing. It's very, very interesting to buy it again. Harlan has decided that he was going to sell vintage type clothing and sports clothing in Nashville at the flea market. So he's been buying a lot. So
Hmm.
because we've got a friend who buys like the t-shirts and that kind of stuff and takes it to every month to Nashville, and 5, 6, $7,000 a month is what he sells at Nashville. It's crazy that the
Yeah,
market for vintage clothing in Nashville is just insane.
Mhm.
yeah. I caught on to this sale that my Salvation Army does. Nobody had told me about it before, and I've been buying there for 5 years or something. every once in a while. But I started going in there for the jewelry because I've found 18K jewelry, before, and found really good jewelry in the jewelry bags. So I go there mainly for the jewelry bags, but whenever I can't find that, I find a little bit of clothes or whatever. Well, they have this color tag that's on sale all week, but then on Friday and Saturday they have a deal to where if you buy 5 color tags, um, that's on sale, that's 5 for 5. So it's 5 for $5, and that's $1 a piece. So that's comparable to yard sale prices to me. And so I've really started going after that and finding dresses that are listed for, $17.99 or whatever. They're marked for $17.99. I'm buying them for $1, and keeping my eyes on certain brands and stuff like that. And sometimes I go back for it and it's not there. Sometimes you know, sometimes I can get it. So it's been a really good deal for me. And so getting a lot of clothing right now, you know, through that sale. And, most times I walk out with at least 20 pieces, if not 30 or 40.
If you can find enough outlets, it's insane. When Harlan and I stop at these yard sales, it doesn't matter where they are. It doesn't matter if it's a pink yard sale that we used to try to skip. If you have an outlet for every type of item, it's amazing. That I mean, we went to 9 yard sales Saturday, and 3/4 of my van is completely full of just stuff, and it's amazing
Yeah.
how much stuff we accumulate very, very quickly. I mean, it goes to auction or it goes pretty quick. He buys more auction than I do, but it's been absolutely
But
amazing.
he sells pretty quick then, huh?
Oh, absolutely. You pick it up on Saturday. We picked it up on Friday and Saturday, and I dropped it off Monday morning. Everything I buy for the auction Friday and Saturday goes Monday, and I don't see it again.
Wow.
So I bring it home on Friday. I put it in boxes and stick it in the back of the truck. And then Saturday, I take everything out that's going to go on eBay or Amazon, and then I put everything out back in the truck, back in the van, and then the van's loaded for. And then Monday morning, I just drive it up there.
What does your auction do with no sale items?
They give it back to you. I had 3 no sale items this week. Out of 56 lots, I had 3 that didn't sell. And those items, unless it's something, I dropped them off at the thrift store on the way home, so I don't even bring them back anymore. This week, I had 2 cordless phones that didn't sell, and I should have listed them on used on Amazon or eBay. So I did bring the 2 cordless phones, but the other 2 lots I dropped at the thrift store.
And
they've got a big dumpster. They would, if you want them to, they make big lots and sell them out. And so if you don't want the stuff, they'll take it. I should just tell them to take it, but
I don't think I've ever consigned anything to an auction. I'm always too busy buying.
I don't have any good auction houses around me, or else I'd go.
Speaking of auction items, let's see. Yeah. I bought 2 big old totes of brand new swimming pool parts.
Oh, good.
And at the auction, I bought them for $30 a piece. This particular electronic thing sold for $120.
Good job.
So, and I've sold dozens of other, there'll be like a wheel to a swimming pool pump. There'll be just little electronic gizmos like this. I still haven't listed it all, but yeah, I've sold hundreds of dollars out of those 2 totes.
Good.
And I got it from that auction, so It's been a great auction house for me.
Yeah, you've done really well with that.
Yeah, the vast majority of the stuff I sell now comes out of that auction.
Like I just searched for printers and they've got a PRT brand thermal label and receipt printer listed. It's in its box. They never use it. Current bid's $9. They're definitely not going to win that for $9.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Larry was showing me a picture of his baseball game he went to yesterday. It looked like he had two of his granddaughters with him and his wife. That's fun stuff. What you got? Oh, why are you bringing me this?
All right, Larry. So if you ever go to yard sales with me in Harlan, you have to be sworn to secrecy. Because
Gwen
if
just
anybody
brought me
ever
her.
if anybody ever recorded our crazy conversations, Lord have mercy, they would never watch anything we ever did again.
Gwen brought me her car window shade with the spring. You know, the spring makes it spring out. And I don't know how to fold. Yeah, I don't know how to fold it up.
You have to twist it.
It's supposed to fold up, but I don't know how to do it.
You have to twist it.
Twist and shout. If I hit myself in the face, I'm gonna be mad. You ever done that? One of those spring-loaded pop-up tents or something? You
Yeah.
wind up smacking
You have
yourself.
to go. You have to like twist it, and then yeah, you got it. I think. Just about.
Well, dang, it's smaller than it was. I'll just put the little elastic band around it.
Wow, lag! You did awesome.
Good enough. It's probably not correct, but
I had some of those listed that I bought at Walmart for $1, and they weren't selling, so I took them off.
Yeah, because this is an example. We went to a yard sale and the lady was something was wrong with her eyes. She was either cross-eyed or one was pointing out. And we got in the van. And I said, Harlan, I'm going to hell. He's like, don't even say it, damn it. Don't even say a word. I cannot tell which one of us that lady was talking to. Holy hell.
my uncle worked as a machinist in an aircraft factory, and he got a piece of metal in his eye. I mean, way back. Anyway, he had one eye that looked off, and he'd be sitting there talking to you and looking at you, but you couldn't tell if he was talking to you or somebody else. And I don't know how many times I'll be talking to Uncle Houston and go, "Oh, you're talking to me." He'd come up and say, "How's it going today?" or something like that, you know, and "You talking to me?" I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah. How you doing, Uncle Houston?
Was Hank been in here this morning? Todd?
Yeah, she was in the side chat. I don't know if she's not coming on the show.
Yeah, I know she won't do that.
Da da da. Stock market is green.
Oh, look at it.
Go baby, go. You've only got another 50,000 points to catch up to what? Oh, cha-ching!
Get it.
Stock market's up, and I'm selling stuff.
That's good.
What did I sell? File handles.
What was it?
You know, if you got a file that you're like filing off,
Yeah, you put the pointed end in there,
wood,
right?
yeah, there's the files have a pointed end, so these are handles. You stick the pointed end into the end,
Oh.
and then you got a handle on your file.
So it doesn't tear your hand up when you're working.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just I bought a whole box of these in an estate sale for like $5, and
Hi, Hank.
I loaded them into groups of 3, and they're all brand new with the sticker left still on them. So I don't know. It's just a cheap filler. They only sold for $10.79 plus $4 to $5 shipping,
Hi,
but
John.
multiple quantity items. I just love it. You know, you just make one listing, quantity 6, and then you sell them. And at the end, you made 50, $60.
I got a hot kitty.
I was about to say, I know I charged this thing up yesterday so I can get it listed.
Yep. So I was looking on here. This reel sold for $19.99, and it still sells for about $19.99. So, of course, the dollar is not worth as much as it was in 1968, but whatever. Yeah, you put that wooden handle on the end of a file, the pointy end of a file.
Oh, like on a Dremel?
No, I
Oh,
don't know if I have a file to show you.
like a manual file?
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know what that is. I have one.
Okay. You have a file?
Yeah,
It's
I
not
actually need
it's
to
not
go to
like doing
Harbor
your
Freight and
nails, Sally.
get a
This is a
toolbox. I was looking in my toolbox yesterday, and I don't have crap in my toolbox. And I think all my tools that I had got, I don't know, used and taken, and so I don't have any freaking tools anymore. I go to Harbor Freight and maybe get me a toolbox and full of tools. Because if I want something, you know, if I need a tool to do a job, instead of
well, I don't need to
stressing,
get
I
tools
don't
at
have a
Harbor
freaking
Freight.
flathead
I
or
go to
something.
garage sales.
Yeah.
There's tools in almost every estate sale in the
I don't
world.
want like rusty old tools though. I mean, I know those are good reseller, you know, um, items, but I don't. For myself, I want new tools.
Sally, the upside down tool scatterer.
I did not scatter them. I don't know where they are, but it's not because of me.
Yeah, I'm real bad about using a tool, and after I'm done, I set it down.
Isn't everybody like all men? They don't know how to use a toolbox. They just know that whenever they open their toolbox, that the tool should be in there, but they're not going to put it back in there after they get done using it.
Hey, Lag said aren't there a couple tools on this show, Lag? I'm gonna find out what model this thing tablet is.
Are they a lot more expensive? I don't plan on buying anything way expensive. I don't want like Craftsman or anything.
All right.
Because I don't use them enough to, I don't use tools enough to wear them out or anything like that or break them or anything. So I'll keep them good. But I mean, and I have like some little screwdrivers and stuff that, I have like my watch kit and all that good stuff. My phone kit that, has a little screwdriver bits in it and stuff like that. But I need a regular size tool kit. That's what I need.
Yeah. So why haven't this tablet's worth $75? Why have I not listed it yet?
Are they expensive right now?
What tablets?
Oh no, tools.
This is.
Oh, nice.
I've had it for quite a while. I bought it.
I have a Google tablet. I like it.
Yeah, that's what this one runs Chrome. So.
Yeah, Sally. Anything
Android,
I got from Harbor Freight ever, I think I used it once and then it broke.
But that's the shit. You don't lose that. You pay $3 for it. You can't get rid of it. You go buy $100 tool and it's gone.
Yeah. We need to find Carol a man. Construction worker sounds good. Just pick you out a profession. Just go down the line of like
She did. She said a construction worker.
She wants a construction worker.
Yeah. But you know how that goes, Carol. You find somebody who does construction work and then they don't want to fix stuff at their own place. It's just like marrying a mechanic. You'll never have a good running car because they're busy fixing other people's cars. That's how it is. I'm going to have to freaking mow my lawn today, and I'm mad about it. Because I was paying the people across the street to do it for me. But it is like super long, and they haven't like messaged me saying, okay, we're going to mow your lawn now. Nothing. I need stuff done. I don't want the guy. Yeah, I know. You don't need no bit. Oy.
Or something slinky.
Oh, stop it, Carol. You're skinny. We know. She calls me Richie Rich Jr. because Valerie is Richie Rich.
Carol, I met you in person. You're a real heifer.
Have you met Carol?
Yeah.
Cool.
I've seen you too. Not in person, but I've seen you. You got a cute redhead for your guy Toby. What kind of cute redhead? What breed? Oh, stop it. You're the Richie Rich master. We know. Yep, I have. She was getting drunk like she was in high school. Oh, a golden. So you got another dog, or you just have Toby a girlfriend in the neighborhood? God, I can't believe it's 10 o'clock already. Well, I wasn't here for half of it, I guess.
Yeah. So my brother started sending me pictures last night. So he does odd jobs every now and then for a guy in Tuscaloosa that he owns a bank. Speaking of Richie Rich, and the guy has a house in Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, and then in Greenbrier, West Virginia, which is one of those planned communities. This ridiculous money.
Mm-hmm.
He called my brother yesterday afternoon and said, "Can I get you to do something for me? I know it's kind of short notice." He goes, "Like, what's that?" He goes, "Can you go to Birmingham and grab my Lincoln Aviator and drive it to West Virginia for me? I need it by 10 tomorrow."
Oh my God.
I mean, he's paying my brother to do this and all expenses. And then he's like, "How am I gonna get home?" He goes, "I'll just fly you on the jet." So my brother, he's got to have the truck there by 10, and then this afternoon he's gonna send him home on his private jet back to Birmingham. So he sent me a picture. He goes, "This is just this Aviator is one of two. I think the guy paid like $120,000 for his Lincoln." He goes, "That's the seat controls of this stupid thing."
Oh my God.
And he goes, "You don't ever have to look down." He goes, "It puts everything on the window for you." Ignore the fact that my brother's running 92 miles an hour.
Wow.
But it tells you the speed limit on the dash. But that's the vehicle he wanted him to go get. The guy had cars up there, but he wanted this one.
That's pretty.
My brother's like, he's like, "You should see this. It's some kind of ostrich leather." He's like, "You should see this dang car." He's taking it. Remind me, he's texting me at midnight last night. I'm like, so his girlfriend called in sick last night, so she could ride with him because not only has she never been very many places, but she's never flown. So her first flight's going to be on a private jet. She's going to be spoiled.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, last time he had him do something. He had him take some piece of furniture up there, and my brother stuck in his van. He got go out to eat with me and my wife, and so they get to the restaurant. Wherever it is, my brother's like, "All I had was a pair of khakis. That's dressed up." He goes, "Yeah, they went in the closet and got me a jacket because you have to have a sport coat to eat there."
Wow.
It must be nice to have Richie Rich money.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so he's got a place in Montana that he didn't have a vehicle in. So I guess about this time last year, he paid my brother to drive his a Range Rover, I think, all the way to Montana from Tuscaloosa. And then the private plane was busy, so he sent him first class back on regular planes. Yeah, Mr. Sadie says he knows stuff. Yeah, money is no object. He just whatever he decides. I'm like, "Terry, if he's got cars up there, what the hell does he need you to drive that one?" He goes, "He just wanted it. He wanted that one up there." And because my brother's a retired police officer, so he ain't got nothing to do.
I thought he drove for the morgue or something.
He did that for a couple of years, but his girlfriend actually worked. She's the one that cuts on the bodies, and he met her there. And yeah, they started complaining, and so he quit.
Mm.
I don't know how he did that, driving that many miles every day. People who live bankers pay better than cadavers. Correct. I'm like, how does she get the time off? He goes, she works for the state. You can call in for anything in the state.
I'm afraid if I drove dead bodies around, I'd be listening for thumps or knocks or something, you know. Any road noise or something, you go, what was that? Somebody coming back to life.
Well, he, being a police officer for 30 years, he saw all that stuff, so none of that
Sure.
bothers him. That was one of my favorite stories he ever told. So we drove to Missouri to get a van. It's he wanted a Econoline van to carry stuff around in, and so this one didn't have, it's one of just a panel van, no windows, just out the back. And so he thought for security, he blacked the back windows out, and he had the tent guy who does lettering put Winfield's Mortuary and Crematorium on the back window. So thinking nobody will break into a van that's from a funeral home. And it was used for the University of Missouri. So it had some dings and you could see from on the wall on the outside. And he had a young black man in a Walmart parking lot ask him about that van and about carrying bodies. My brother's like, yeah, but you see those spots right there? He goes, that's where the one I'll never forget got up and tried to get out of the van. Man, he said, I turned around and that dude was gone. Why did he go?
That's funny.
Yeah, that's a good story. Oh,
You guys are funny.
yeah, one of my boss's personalities is an asshole for sure. I just hope that dude don't show up weeks at a time.
So what you got planned for today?
Wing night. That's about it. I'm gonna listen. I'm doing Amazon shipment until then.
Yep.
I've already got my eBay knocked out, so I'm winning. I don't know if we might go live tonight. Harlan's he didn't do it last Tuesday night, but he'll probably do it tonight.
Cool.
If he doesn't, maybe I'll go live.
I'm staying home today and listening.
Yeah, I've got stuff to list, so.
Oh dang! How far is Crossville from here? They opened a new Buc-ee's in Crossville, Tennessee. I don't think that's but a couple hours from here.
Go get you some beaver nuggets.
And the crazy people on TikTok, I'm stopping at Busey's. I'm like, yeah, idiot.
Busey's up.
So now that's what I call it whenever. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm stopping at Busey's. 2.5 hours to Busey's. Yeah, they're building one here. Should open end of the year, first of next in Athens, Alabama, which is about 34 minutes from here. There's some, if you're into any kind of retail arbitrage, eBay or Amazon, there's a lot of stuff in their stores, their brands, people are just crazy about right now that you can a lot of their candies and a lot of their sauces and rubs and stuff you can flip pretty quick.
What are you talking about, Flag? It's not the weekend yet. early Tuesday, right? Tuesday,
Black's
yeah.
pretty good at messing with my mind.
We got another picture from my brother. my brother's an asshole.
100 TikTok lives.
Oh
that's
man.
that's him and his girlfriend about to get on the jet. My brother's an asshole.
That's awful.
God,
I'd
Yeah,
take
he-
pictures too.
that's big for a private jet, man. That looks like it'll hold 20 people.
No, it's only got 3 windows in it. I
Oh.
think it holds 8. It's it's either 8 or 10 seater. It's not very big.
What's
And then
that?
I'll get pictures from in the air and everywhere else. Because this is not the first time that he's flying back on the private jet. So
Looks like fun.
I get too many pictures of my brother from my brother to find. The last time we did something.
What are you doing today, Todd? Just listening?
Yeah, get these 3 orders out and then get into the death pile. Get this stuff listed so it'll get off the floor in here and up onto the shelves.
Yeah, that would be good.
Just got tons of stuff sitting around.
I really don't want to mow the freaking lawn today.
I got every nook and cranny filled with stuff, and then my brother calls me up a couple of weeks ago and says, I've got a whole bunch of boxes of mom's old stuff I need to give you. So
Great.
we roll up, we go out to eat in Waco and open the back of Gwen's car, and he just opens the back of his car and goes, I just look inside and go, oh my God. So box after box after box of,
Just like knick-knack stuff or what?
oh gosh, there was pottery, plates and dishes and stuff, and I guess I can sell it, but
Yeah.
oh gosh. You know, pictures of my kids when they were like teenagers, stuff like that.
Cool.
Um, you know, different presents we'd given mom for her birthdays and Christmases and stuff. My brother just decided anything you gave her, you're getting back. And anything we gave her, we're getting back. So, I mean, we got lots of
You're still on, Summer. Can you believe it?
just stuff. We always stay on long when Scott's here. He's got a lot to share and talk about.
I'm trying to figure out this thing. It came to life. I had it charging during the middle of the show.
Cool.
Buy a lot of lots and stuff, and they have weird. I don't think a Kindle's worth too much money. Trying to find out what model this thing is.
I
Can you
remember
set
when
up
those.
a hangout, Summer?
Oh, damn.
I need a hangout today.
It's bad when the writing is so small I can't see it even with glasses on.
Yeah, it's. I know, dude. It's called getting old. horrible.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. These cameras have good phones on. I mean, these phones have good cameras on. E0. Hold on.
Summer, did you hear me?
It's for $20. Somebody else got. Somebody got $25.
Yeah, it's a little bit chilly here today.
Yeah. What did those Kindles sell for new? Like $125 or something, didn't they?
I've never really messed with one, but the screens on them, if you look at them, are much easier to. Oops. Are much easier to read than like a regular, like an iPad or something. All that white behind them.
Mm.
This is still connected to somebody's Amazon account. I should connect it to my internet and start downloading stuff on their account.
Buy a whole bunch of stuff and send it to them from Amazon on their account.
Yeah.
It's
It's
amazing.
7 right now.
It's amazing the stuff I get at estate sales that have personal information.
I know they're lucky people like me who buy it because I will erase it. I don't care.
Dusty always gave me so much shit because I got my first PayPal card and I showed it online. He's like, don't show your stuff. I think he took the video down of whenever I did that, so that nobody would get my information. But yeah, he's like, don't show your stuff.
Yeah, this is April's Kindle.
You just now waking up?
Yeah, it's only 7 o'clock there. Well, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock in Cali.
Mm. I guess she's excused then.
Yeah.
John Jones.
Shop in the Kindle store. Lag told me to buy some books, so let's. What kind of book does anybody need?
So from a Kindle, can you download it onto your computer?
Yes, as long as it's the email that's attached to this account. So I could read it on the Kindle, but I couldn't. I couldn't do anything else but other than put it on the. I'm just going to erase it. I don't waste time messing with it.
No, you don't, lag.
Oh, that's a button. I didn't realize the little three things. I thought that was a speaker. Those are the lines, and that's a button.
Oh. I have an old Kindle. I need to look it up and see how much it's worth. It's like the black and white one. It's not color or anything.
Yeah, I've got a Kindle Fire back there too. I gotta list it. I found it and all the stuff yesterday.
I don't read so very often. I mean, it's very rare that I read.
The red shoes are Jason Gerlach. An error occurred while direction your Kindle.
I like autumn.
All right. What's the next thing I need to charge up? That's next. Need a cable.
No, Todd just forgot to switch it back to.
Oh,
Yeah, it became the bearded picker show. How y'all doing?
Yeah, he made Scott
Let's
pick and then forgot to
let's
switch
watch
it back.
bearded picker play with electronics.
yep.
Did Sally fall into a pile of bone crap?
Oh, stop it, lag. You can read.
I
I
was
can't read. I like
trying
that
to
part.
finish putting
50%.
that box in this bubble mode.
All right.
Do, 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 do.
That's the one nice thing about listing Apple products. If you need some fast sales, look Apple products like iPods and stuff. They sell very, very fast on eBay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna list this iPod today. I'm gonna sell it today.
There you go.
I hear Johnny. She woke up in a good mood. She's in there sneezing. All I can hear is "I'm over this shit."
Yeah, I can hear her. Can't make out what she's saying, but
She's sneezing. You're being too loud in there. Stop it.
That sneezing's too loud. Poor thing. I
Now
hate
she's
that.
Now she's just cussing.
Yeah.
alrighty, folks. I guess it's about that time. This stuff ain't gonna list itself.
You came too close. I got you. You came too close. I got you.
Still got 18 watching. 18 crazy people. She sneezed again.
What did you do to your mama?
Man.
What did you do to your mama?
Is she allergic to you? I don't know. Oh my god.
She does it every day. We don't know what it's worth.
Tony, you better get you some
She's been
liquor.
to all kinds of, they're not figure for ENT. They tried to figure out what it is. They hadn't done it yet. You hear that?
That's horrible.
You serious? Is that why you went here? All right, the iPod came on. That's winning.
Hey, Glenn.
Small
Hi,
picker,
Glenn.
what's up, man?
We're fixing to shut it down, Swamp. But hi.
Good night, Joni.
Lag says bye, bye, bye. What are we buying?
He's probably talking about stocks.
Yeah. He's always in a buying mode. Uh-oh. Are we staying green? Yeah, not as It's not as green as it was. Just kind of going sideways, really. All right, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
All right. See you
And
tomorrow.
so we're out of here.
Have a good day, everybody.
Peace
Bye.
out.
Bye bye.